All right, we're on the race course, men's youth quad C final. Let me set the field for you furthest from this camera shot. Up there in lane 1 is Seattle Prep. Lane 2 is White Marsh. Lane 3 is Burnt Hills Rowing Association. That's their only entry out of Burnt Hills, New York. Lane 4, Y Quad Cities. Lane 5, Olympia Area. Lane 6, First Coast. Lane 7, Oak Neck Academy. And in lane 8, farthest on the right of this shot from the drone, Gainesville Area Rowing. As they come through 1,000, we'll start to see the times come through. Looks like lane 4 with the lead, Y Quad Cities. Not a huge surprise given how fast Y Quad Cities always is in these sculling events, particularly the quads. This is a C final, so if they win it, they'll finish 13th in the nation in the men's quad. But it is Y Quad Cities leading the field to this point.
And currently in second place, First Coast is chasing them very closely. It was only about a half a second margin at 1,000 meters, so that's a very small portion of the boat. The question is, in this third 500, I shouldn't say as the question is, in the third 500, it will tell us a lot, because if your efficiency held true for the first 1,000 meters, it's going to allow you to continue to extend whatever lead you had. You know, instead of hanging on by fingernails, it was just a part of the race, a part of the rhythm, a part of what you were doing. And so right now, Y Quad Cities is extending their lead. First Coast is still hanging on to their stern deck, but First Coast being very quickly challenged by lanes 3 and lanes 5, Burnt Hills Rowing Association and Olympia Area, as well as they are pushing up into the leaders of Y Quad Cities. The secondary race of Burnt Hills, Olympia Area, and First Coast is a hot one happening just behind Y Quad Cities for that second place position, but Y Quad is still sitting out in front. The question is, are they going to break it once they hit the 500 meters and then go, hey, let's watch us sprint, just sit back, dig into it, and take a little bit more lead. But as you can see, even 4 boats across there now vying for second place, and it does still appear to be First Coast answering the call of Olympia Area to hang on to that second place just by a nose at this point.
All right, Y Quad City's out in front by a full length. And then look at this race. This regatta just keeps getting more exciting. These races are unbelievable. Look at this C final of the men's youth quad. Look at these times come through. How many are going to be at 4:49? 3 of them. Then a 4:50.3. Amazing racing going on. Look at these 5 boats behind Y Quad Cities that are all basically separated by 15 feet. Any one of those boats could try to find some speed here, finish second, maybe try to track down Y Quad Cities. Everybody seems to be taking punches for a while there. We saw several out of First Coast. Now we're seeing a bunch out of Olympia Area, who is 1 boat above them on the screen. And then those 3 boats at the top of the race course, Burnt Hills, White Marsh, Seattle Prep, all right together. What a race we have going on as they get into the red buoys. Y Quad Cities out in front. And will they be able to continue to play defense, because everybody's going to charge heavy here?
Seattle Preparatory School, we haven't mentioned them out in that far lane. You know, maybe they'll do what Asheville did in the previous race. They're going to sneak in there from the outside right now. Y Quad City's out in front, taking Olympia Area with them, but it is a 3-boat race for third place. As these quads move so quickly, cover a ton of ground, you've got a close race between Seattle Preparatory School, White Marsh, Burnt Hills, and still First Coast in the mix, now being charged by Oak Neck Academy, forcing them to find another gear. Will it be enough to have them have First Coast re-overtake Olympia Area for second place? It looks like Olympia Area is going to hang on to it, but First Coast is charging hard in that dark hole on the near side. Clear water for Y Quad Cities. 2 simultaneous beeps nearly in lanes 5 and 6. You could hear the beeps in the other boats. It does sound like Seattle Preparatory School, or appear as though they were moving the fastest for 4th place out of those boats that were challenging for 4th place, as these boats all cross the line, with Gainesville rounding out in 8th in this 8-boat final. I'm not even going to attempt to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. The only thing I know is that it was Gainesville that came in 8th.
What a race. They just keep getting better as we keep watching these events come through. These C finals, 8 boats across. We are always finding ourselves with some sort of, at a minimum, race within the race that is incredibly exciting. That finish just as good as any other we have seen for the entire regatta. Next race we'll bring you shortly